State Representative Simone Bell, represent House District 58. I'm going to talk to you about the Anti-Discrimination Act. And the reason why the Democratic Caucus is proposing the Anti-Discrimination Act, there are several reasons why this is important to us. But at the end of the day, it's very simple. And it's that our state education dollars should not be used to fund discrimination. As Representative Thomas talked about, there's a tax credit program which was created in 2008, allowing the taxpayers to donate a portion of their taxes to the student scholarship organizations. And the SSOs were presented a scholarship program designed to help students escape from failing public schools and into private education. However, since these have been created in 2008, there have been numerous reports, specifically by the Southeastern Education Foundation and most recently in the New York Times, that have shown that taxpayers' dollars are getting to religious-based institutions that specifically discriminate on the basis of race, gender, national origin, religion, sexual orientation, or disability. There have been reports of harassment and banning students. There's also been reports of students being asked to leave the schools. At the end of the day, public dollars should not fund this type of discrimination and bias. One of the reasons why this is really important to me is that as a taxpayer, monies are going to private schools that specifically bar students who identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender. And in some cases, even their parents who might identify as such. Here's the kicker. I'm an out Black lesbian. So as a student, my parents' monies would go to these particular college organizations, and I would be denied access. But more importantly, the 3 family members that my partner and I have raised over the past 24 years would be denied this type of education. House Democrats have never tolerated the bullying of our children, and we will continue to fight for the civil rights of all students. And let me say that although as an LGBT person in Georgia, that this is of great interest to me, as Representative Thomas said, this is a larger issue. And the larger issue is that they are cheating. We are allowing tax credits to people who are financially able to pay for their child's private school education. And in essence, what we are doing is we are taking tax money from Georgians who may not be able to afford a private education and giving it to those who can to send their children to school. That is why we are introducing the Anti-Discrimination Act to protect the human and civil rights of Georgia's children in every publicly funded classroom in this state. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
The Deterrent Act will require mandatory attendance in a public school, private school, home school for the children between the ages of 5 and 17. I've spoken with several teachers and educators on this issue, and there are many different circumstances and pros and cons rather to each side of the issue. But it is our belief that by extending the child's stay in school, we are increasing their likelihood of employment and of being a productive citizen. According to the Department of Education, high school dropouts are twice as likely to live in poverty as well as commit crimes. It is further our belief that high school dropouts experience poverty at a higher rate at 30.8%, while those with a bachelor's degree have a poverty rate of 13.5%. Among dropouts as early as 16 years of age, incarceration rates are 63 times higher than college graduates. The same study found that as a result, when compared to typical high school graduates, a dropout will end up costing our taxpayers an average of $292,000 over a lifetime due to the price tag associated with incarceration and other factors such as social services. So we simply ask that you support us in this endeavor. It is our belief that this will be something that will be beneficial to our children in the long run. Thank you.
Thank you.
The years, and very proud of where we have come so far because we've gotten national press on this. The End of Cyberbullying Act started with a 17-year-old, well, she was younger than that in my district, Kelsey Upton. You may have seen her story on television, or you may have read it in the papers, where her face was photoshopped and it was put on Facebook and other internet access, which in turn had sexual predators calling her because all of her personal information was also put on those sites as well. When I introduced the bill, my face was photoshopped, and I was put on Facebook, and Conan O'Brien even made a comment that we need to do something before this bill goes into an act. Well, I'm glad that he said that because it just shows that there's some validity to this bill. Myself, along with Representative Carolyn Hughley, is sponsoring a bill now. The End Cyberbullying Act will expand on the existing Anti-Bullying Act. Currently, the law only covers bullying acts that occur in school while on school property. We have increased the penalty of the bill to include bullying actions that occur using cell phones, PDAs, and other social media websites. This bill will also make it illegal to wrongfully place a person's picture in an obscene depiction. By eliminating cyberbullying, we will create a safe environment for students to learn and excel. Thank you.